tremendously disappointing season. Not nearly good enough. I think we all know that. We came into this year with, deservedly so, very high expectations, and we didn't come close to meeting them. And I'm keenly aware of that. I'm the architect of the team. I'm responsible for it. I understand how frustrated our fan base is. I understand how frustrated everyone in this building is today, everyone associated with the Mets. And we got to do better. And I'm committed to moving us forward and doing better. We'll have ample time here, I'm sure, to discuss the what and the why. I'll start off up top with a few of my overarching observations. From a roster construction perspective, on the run prevention side of the ball, we didn't do a good enough job of fortifying our team when we had injuries midseason. Clearly, that was a point in our season where on the run prevention side of things, we went from a very good team to a team that wasn't good enough to maintain a sizable lead, not only in the division, but in the playoff chase. Our defense wasn't good enough, and that certainly contributed to our pitching challenges. And then offensively, we had a number of players who had really good years, but we failed to score the runs that we needed to score despite those really good years. And so you add all that up, and you get to a team that underachieved greatly. We know that. I certainly know that. And we're going to work really hard to fix that going forward, learn from this, and do a heck of a lot better.
Are you prepared to say that Carlos will definitely be the manager next year?
Yeah, Carlos is coming back next year. Yeah, I believe Carlos has all the same traits and assets that I believed in when we hired him 2 years ago. And I think over the course of his tenure here, he has demonstrated that. We had a tough year this year, there's no question. We are all disappointed. We are all frustrated. Mendy as much or more than anyone else. But I still believe he's a very good manager, and I think he's going to demonstrate that.
Aside from Pete Alonso's free agency, position-wise, you guys do have a lot of people coming back and the same core that you've had for a while. Do you anticipate making significant changes to that group? I know you talked about run prevention and some suboptimal positioning.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to be open-minded on our position player grouping so that we can improve our run prevention. Does that mean there are robust changes? I don't know. Does it mean people could be playing different positions? Maybe. Does it mean we ask people to play different roles? Maybe. A day after a season ends, I'm certainly not going to commit to what things look like in spring training or opening day, but I'll say it again, our run prevention this year was not good enough. And that is both pitching and defense. They go hand in hand, and we need to improve them both.
And just on the defensive side of run prevention, obviously you look at the Brewers, you see a team that's very versatile, athletic, catches the ball. That's clearly a priority of yours. You inherited a roster here like anyone would coming into a job. How long do you think it takes roughly? How many years before you can meld a roster that is more in your image, in particular defensively?
Yeah, look, I think I take ownership over this roster. I've been here now for 2 years. That's plenty of time to shape a roster, to meld a roster. And so, yeah, I take ownership over the players that are here. As we continue to develop our players, that is naturally going to change the composition of our position player grouping. And yeah, I'd say holistically, we need to get better defensively.
Do you believe lack of leadership was an issue this season, either within the clubhouse or on the coaching staff?
I don't. I think we have leaders in our clubhouse. I think we had leadership in our clubhouse. I do not think that was a problem.
Do you think then they should have been able to maximize the potential on the roster if there was leadership there?
I come at this of like, we need to create a better roster that fits together better. I think our players worked their tails off. I think they came to the park with the right attitude every single day.